Hello everybody and welcome to another Autodesk Inventor tutorial. My name is Mr. Galindo if you don't already know. Today we're going to be exploring creating an assembly file for our manufacturing assembly. To do this we first have to do a little bit of setup, and this is the majority of this video will be about that setup. To start with, I always create a folder that I would like to use as my workspace folder for this product. And that's the one that, as an assembly, will be under my assembly folders. So under assemblies I've created a CAM folder. Currently it's empty and I'm going to populate it with some files now. One of the files, probably the most important file, is the actual vehicle I want to create. So I'm going to go to my subjects folders, go to my part files, find my final car, and I've got my final car here, as you can see visualized. I've also got one that I've added a spigot to because that's the one I'm using for manufacturing. I'm going to right click, copy, and paste it into my other folder. I'm going to close this one now, and I'm going to go to the classroom page to the CNC Team Upload and Information Hub assignment. And I'm going to use this to download the spigot fixtures that I've created for you, and also the stock block. So to do so, I find it easiest to center click on all three, opening them up in new tabs. And once they've opened and loaded, you can click that download button. And you'll notice that I've already done this once. They appear down here as recent downloads. This is if you use Chrome, so do use Chrome. I'm now going to just drag them across into this folder, and as you can see they've now populated my folder. Awesome. So closing off those tabs, when I'm going to leave this one open, I'm probably going to need it. I'm even going to start by opening that information resource document I created. I'm going to now go into Inventor and I'm going to create a new project because that will be the most easy and straightforward way of doing this. I'm going to go and create a new project, and I'm going to make it a single user and call it CAM tutorial. Sorry, my microphone's in front of my keyboard, so I'm like dodging it, trying to spot the keys I'm pressing. Clicking here, I'm going to select the workspace folder. Now that's the critical step because this is where you get to pick where all the files come from, and we just spent some time setting up that folder, so it's going to be really useful if you make sure you click that one. Going into assemblies here, I'm selecting that CAM folder, clicking OK and finish. And now I'm on my CAM tutorial project, and you can see that selected up the top. You can't change projects if you've got multiple files open, so make sure they're closed if you do. Right, now we're actually up to the stage where we create an assembly. Finally, that took forever, doesn't it? But it's really handy if you make sure you get that done first because it will save you lots of time later on. Clicking on New Assembly, I'm now loaded up my assembly document, and I'm going to place the most important part of this, the car that I'm manufacturing. And when I place it, I don't just click it wherever I'd like it. I'd like it to be placed grounded and at the origin. So that means that it will be pinned in place the same orientation that it was designed in, which is really handy. So I'm going to go place grounded at origin. I'm then going to go right click OK. That means that I'm not going to be able to place another one. If you've done this correctly, you should see a little pin there. If you haven't got that pin, undo what you just did, retry it again, double checking the video. If that still doesn't work, come get me. Right, I'm going to place another component. This time I'm going to put in the stock. And this is where it's handy to look at your vehicle from a certain direction. So I'm going to look at it from the front here, or at least this side view. And you'll notice that the canister hole is here, but on my block it's facing towards us through the screen. I'm going to rotate that around the y-axis because you can see the y-axis there is kind of in the right point to pivot around. I'm going to rotate Y 90 degrees, and you can see now that lines up, doesn't it, where the axle hole is. So I'm going to left click one of those stocks in and click OK. Placing a new component, I'm going to quickly select the fixture. Now this fixture goes at the front. Again, that circular section is roughly in line with that canister, so that's what I try and kind of just line it up with. And then I'm going to put in the fixture spigot, which is that piece there. You'll notice those are shiny and made out of metal. Right, that is all I want to do in this video. You've got your components that you need to create your computer-aided manufacture assembly, and you can see they're already there for constraining in the right place, which will be the next video. Thank you for listening. My name is Mr. Galindo. I'll see you next time.